Welcome back everyone, my name is Elton and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Rogue Trader. Where we left off last time, we were just about to head back to our void ship, and there's going to be, presumably like a cutscene, because we just cleared out our palace of the Drukhari invaders, and hope we get to recruit that one Drukhari someday, because he would be a really good addition to our evil team. I'd really like to have him as part of our team. Looks like someone's coming to talk to us. Vox Master Vigdis. Welcome back, Lord Captain. During your absence, we assisted the ground forces by coordinating their movements from orbit. Detailed casualty and damage reports have been submitted for your perusal. I regret to inform you that the capital world has been dealt a serious blow. Xenos raids are rarely protracted affairs, but this one lasted much longer than any other. The enemies of humanity eliminated or captured millions of your subjects. Most of the defense systems were obliterated, and several administrative complexes were razed to the ground. It will take time for Dargonis to fully recover. I have been given Scalander's reports that he failed to deliver in time. They indicate that the Xenos activity dropped sharply after you departed for the Cineris Maleficum. Considering the scale of the Dargonis raid, it's safe to assume that the Drukhari used up all the forces at their disposal and may now require some time to replenish the losses. Without Achilles, we are blind to the scheming of these enemies of humanity, but our strategists are still hoping for a lull in attacks and raids, which will allow us to gather our strength for a new conflict. Lord Captain, permission to report, the Vox Master says, looking at you deferentially. Your wise Lex mechanics have analyzed the state of the Protectorate. They believe that, thanks to your decisive actions, the acute phase of the crisis has passed. The domain of the von Valancius dynasty is no longer facing dissolution and ruin. What's more, bringing Footfall to heel has strengthened your position as a rogue trader. Lady Theodora would have been glad to have such an important trade hub come under her sphere of influence. In honor of such a resounding triumph, Dargonis, as the capital world of your dynasty's domain, is currently making preparations for the Magna Accessio, a grand ceremony of your public induction as the heir of the Honorable Theodora von Valancius. Governor Drivestem has vowed that not even the recent devastating and tragic events will be permitted to cast a shadow over this most glorious occasion. Why would I need some ceremony? It is an ancient tradition of the von Valancius dynasty. When the heir accedes to rogue trader status, they take a sacred oath of fealty to the Emperor and announce themselves as his steward on the dynasty's vassal worlds. It's an act of faith that's meant to remind the rogue trader of their mission. In the eyes of your subjects, you are already a rogue trader. It is now time to become one in the eyes of the Emperor. I've only just returned from Dargonis. What kind of celebrations can they hope to hold amidst the ruins? Do not underestimate Governor Drivestem's desire to find favor with your lordship. At this very moment, thousands of your subjects are clearing rubble, washing away bloodstains, sweeping the streets, and transporting corpses to the lower sectors. The wardens have been tasked with clearing the ceremony venue of the injured and those who were burned out of their houses. They will be forcibly moved to the industrial levels. Rest assured, by the start of the festivities, the capital's wounds will be, if not healed, then well hidden under elaborate set dressing. What is this ceremony? I swear an oath, then shake a lot of sweaty hands. The grill of the Vox built into Vigdis's face lets out a short rattle that indicates a chuckle. That much is certain, but that's not all there is to it. There will also be a reception, as well as other noble guests. The distinguished rogue traders Caligos Winterscale and Ascendia Corda will be in attendance. It will be a great honor for Dargonis to host 3 illustrious dynasties at once. Your servants wish to know your opinion on 2 matters related to the ceremony's arrangements. The first of which is what festive activities are to take place in the capital on this glorious day. Now, what does the rabble like to see? Give out enough amasec for everyone and hold fights between the tougher serfs. The ability to see keenly into the hearts of one's people is a great virtue for a ruler to possess, Lord Captain. The second matter on your servant's mind is which 2 of your closest companions will be given the honor of standing by your side during the ceremony. Adira and Abelard. Even though your privileges allow you to keep an unsanctioned psyker in your retinue, not every rogue trader would have one at their side on such a day. The freethinkers and the scorners of rules will be impressed by your courage. And who will be your second companion? Abelard will. The servants of House von Valancius will see in this... Actually, you know what? I don't want Abelard there. I want Cassia. Shoot. Okay, hang on. We're going to fix this problem. We're going to race through that conversation path as fast as we can, and then get back to that. Cassia is who I want up there. Cassia and Adira. I thought about that too late. It's going to be all psychers all the time. That's what it's going to be. I like how we just loaded out of a cut or out of a loading screen just to load back into a loading screen. Good times. Sometimes I don't think things through as well as I should. Cassia and Adira. I mean, we could have Heinrichs, he's also technically a psyker, but no. Blah, 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 blah. That one. That one. That one. That one. Okay. The honor will go to Cassia. A great boon for Navigator House Orsellio. And who will be your second companion, Adira. Same thing. I will see to it that your instructions are delivered to the Dargonis. The Master of Ceremonies at the Palace will report to you when the capital is ready to praise your name. Looks like 2 Adeptus Mechanicus are coming in. Pascal and somebody else. Pascal's voice pouring out of his Vox system crackles like thin ice under pressure. It's unclear whether this is nothing more than static or an expression of some emotion understandable only to the tech priest himself. Ultimar, following the Omnissiah's guidance, I request permission to execute the report protocol that entails describing sub-optimalities within the recent operations of the ship's systems and subsequently proposing an appropriate course of action. Now I'm listening. Initiating exposition. With the Omnissiah's blessing, I conducted several sessions of tech meditation in an effort to transpose the available data streams into a matrix of patterns. The data subjected to this analysis comprised evidence of deviations in the operation of the ship's systems and servitors, as well as irregularities in the algorithms of the ship's log. I have arrived at the following conclusion. This vessel's machine spirit is most extraordinary. A full cycle of sacred diagnostics must be performed, followed by a complementa ritual. This ritual will force the spirit to be responsible for the recent events to reveal itself. Once it does, we will be able to understand its nature and take action applicable to said nature. Very well, go on. You have my gratitude, Ultimar. I will notify my tech comrades to begin their preparations for the complementa ritual at once. Despite the resounding hum of the tech priest's words of prayer, the bridge feels unusually quiet. All sounds sink into the viscous silence of pebbles sinking into water. Ultimar, my tech comrades have spent the assigned number of cycles in prayer and vigil. Everything is prepared for the complementa ritual of cleansing. Its commencement will require an authorization key in the form of a blood of a Von Valencius. If you are ready, place a hand into the Cyber Gargoyle's receiving module. Alright, do it up. The familiar cold metal burns your palm. This time, however, the servitor's jaws, instead of brutally clamping down on your hand, merely squeeze it slightly. You feel a thin rivulet of hot blood beginning where the metal fangs have pierced your skin. Screeches and growls slowly rise from the bowels of the massive cogitator, as if a great beast is stirring awake. The vid screens in front of you flicker restlessly. Key accepted, activating purgation protocols. Suddenly, the viscous silence of the bridge rushes towards you and wraps you in a tight cocoon. The glow of vid screens dims, but the symbols on them flare to life. Analyzing hypothesis intrusion, analyzing lockout, analyzing prevention. Nom OS sad. Pascal, what's going on? The complementa ritual is proceeding as intended. Pascal's voice cuts off abruptly. He brings a hand to his Vox communicator in surprise. Nom OS exec stop. Quiet. Hello. Hello to you too. Nomos are glad to be speaking. Nomos are here. Nomos have long been here. Why are we here? What do you want from us, Nomos? Are you friend or foe? The vid screens blink in thought, signifying a pause in the conversation. Then one of them displays Nomos von Valencius. We are your blood. Nomos are a sentinel. We awoke when the strange light invaded the ship. We protected you when you needed help. We escorted you when you were surrounded by danger. Nomos are a movement. We carry you through the frightening, the waiting, the measureless. We helped when our ailing heart was refusing to awaken. You asked for rescue. We did as you asked. We did everything to please you. Why? The silence on the bridge grows especially deep, almost painful. The haze of light around you thickens to the point of becoming practically tangible. Numbers ripple across all the vid screens at once. Why do you fear us now? I do not fear you. I'm trying to understand you. Shivers run up your hand, which is still trapped inside the cyber gargoyle's jaws. The servitor nods its head a few times, as if it is shaking your hand. Its teeth break your already wounded flesh. Nomos are glad, and Nomos enjoy understanding too. Pascal, who is still wrestling with his silent box system, quickly taps the cogitator's keys and directs your attention to the smallest vid screen. It reads, requesting instructions. Option 1, finish the complemental ritual. Will banish the entity Nomos. Stop the ritual, initiate communication instead. Will appease the entity Nomos. No, Nomos do not want to be banished. Nomos want to help. Nomos want to understand. Let's start by actually, what else can you do? Nomos learn. Nomos try things. Do you want to see? The cyber gargoyle slowly turns its head, dragging your hand along with it. The skull's eyes flash red. The scarlet gaze falls upon one of the monotonously chanting junior technomads. You blink, and an electric discharge erupts from inside the technomad's skull. The crimson-clad figure slumps to the floor. Does it please you? Do you want us to do it again? Pascal starts tapping out a furious staccato on the keys. The small vid screen displays the words, Eltmar, you are provoking the machine spirit. Cessation required. Ritual maintenance required. Nomos enjoy communication. Eltmar is our blood. Do it again. The cyber gargoyle turns its head again. The next moment, another tech priest drops dead. The remaining servants are staring at Pascal, who stands as a statue, and yet the engineer Prime pays them no mind. His eyes are fixed on the cogitator's vid screens. Are you pleased with what we can do, Eltmar? We enjoy doing things with you. Let's start by clearing certain things up. Were you the one responsible for the ship's malfunctions? And what about the strange entries in the ship's log? Yes, Nomos did that. Are you angry? We only wanted to understand, to see how things worked. I've heard enough. Pascal, you are to investigate the nature of this entity. Until we know the truth, Nomos is allowed to exist on the ship. Nomos wants to learn what we are too. We will add things to your log, things that might help us, help you. Pascal lets out something resembling a long breath. The decision is made. I will begin my preparations for the communion rite at once. Many cycles of interaction with the entity Nomos await me, but I welcome this task and accept it from the Omnissiah. Pascal stops short as he realizes his box system is working once more. Nomos are glad. Eltmar, will you speak with us too? We want you to speak with us too. The Lord Captain's body lacks the sacred implants necessary for tech communing with the machine spirit's code, but if such is your wish, Eltmar can converse with you using lowly sound speech as he's doing right now. I will speak with you, Nomos. Nomos are glad. We have been lonely. Our work here is done, Eltmar. I'll let my tech comrades know that we are stopping the complementa ritual. Thank you for appearing before us, Entity Nomos. Interesting. Our ship is a thing. I mean, our ship has always been a thing, but our ship is a sentient entity that is not a normal machine spirit. That is pretty darn cool. Let's check our journal. What are we supposed to be doing here? Okay, we need a gift for Jade Hadari. We need to go to Footfall. And we need to do what? I don't know. I guess go to the capital. We're already at the capital, but re-go to the capital? I guess we can jump over to Footfall and just go do Jay's thing, though. Can't take that long, right? We'll quickly jump to Footfall. Or maybe we're supposed to do this right now. You know what? Let's just do this Dargonis thing. I don't want to... Or will we lock ourselves out from Jay's thing? Ah, screw it. Let's just go to the planet. It's fine. I want to see what this... I want to be ordained as the actual rogue trader, finally. It's taken a long time to get to this point. Can we build anything on this world? No. Can we build anything on our other worlds before we go jumping around? Trophies are done. Good. We can do the reaping, which gives us provisions. And costs plasteel and promethium, which is fine. How are our provisions? They're okay. I think we already did the forest one, so I don't think we can do that one, right? Yeah, we got forest fortresses right there. The reaping's not particularly useful for us at the moment, so we're going to leave it. Underground workers. We get gross. Stupid. Profit factor and a new contract, the tools of righteousness, and we got 10 extractiums. This place is actually probably one of our best developed planets. Anywho. A ship bearing the refugees from Winterscale's domain arrives in orbit. The survivors claim that their son was stolen. We can get a profit factor by killing the refugees. We can get +1 security by giving them supplies and sending them away. Or we can provide them with shelter. We're going to capture the ship and kill the refugees. Having stained the holds of the ship with blood, the rogue trader's subjects add the vessel to the planetary fleet. A ship full of people and cargo crashed on the planet. Law speakers are wondering if you have a claim to the lost ship. So we can get a ton of transuranic charges. With the ship. Miraculously, the surviving part of the crew placed the cargo in your capable hands in gratitude for the rescue. That's our goal there. If we go to other worlds, do we have other things to... We do have one event, okay. Oh, we have to go to the planet to deal with it though. Okay, fair enough. Back to Dargonis then. Let's go do this Ascension thing. Normal group. If we can still do Jay's thing afterwards, then we'll go do that too. Maybe not in this particular video, but in a later one. If we can't, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We don't even know if Jay's sticking around. He probably will be, but... Wow, they actually cleaned this place up really nicely. I'm a little bit surprised. Let's go talk to people. Argenta's over here somewhere. Glory to the God Emperor, she says. No one else is around there. Bunch of randoms kicking around my palace. We don't have anyone with us, technically. There's Jay. Such illustrious society. Oops, I should move this. Such well-heeled nobles. Indeed, it would be worth visiting our Dargonis even without getting to know you, Shireen. This world offers a huge scope for doing business. And on the other side is Yurliet somewhere. The walls of your home suffocate me, Atlantek. I long to leave this twisted world at the first opportunity. Okay, we're working on that, don't worry. Let's go in to our palace, which is surprisingly well repaired. They must have just had another door lying around. I would, to be fair. I just have like a door factory producing doors for my planets because I just have the same door on every place. Why wouldn't you? Be a lot easier. Anyways, let's go talk to Cassia and the crew. They're all up here. Wait, is that open now? Can I go through here? I mean, I always could, but can I actually go into the library area? No. Maybe? It's just like a blank wall. There's definitely something. I want to go in there, but I can't. Alright, well, never mind then. Off we go to talk to people. Cassia should be right there, talking to an aristocrat. My compliments to your taste in art. The collection here is extensive and most interesting. Abelard's over here doing something. While we're on Dargonis, I will check the Secretary's reports and keep an eye on the logisticians. Master Danrock does his job well, but a little scrutiny goes a long way with him. Okay, you do what you gotta do, man. I don't care what you do that much. I trust you to do the right thing. The lack of observers on this world has led your nobles to become extremely complacent. Today alone I overheard 3 statements that, if I so wanted, could be turned into the grounds for a charge of heresy. Heinrichs, man, it's my coronation. Can you just turn it off for a day? My appearance has caused a slight disturbance in the ranks of the servants of the Omnissiah assigned to the palace. Analysis of the performance of rituals and maintenance litanies has produced a satisfactory result. Great, Adira's over here talking to another aristocrat. Everyone's just talking to nobles. Ah, good old Dargonis. It's boring here without Lady Theodora. She loved to liven up the sleepy little place with a couple of crazy decrees and public floggings of flabbergasted nobles. The von Valencius dynasty throne is a symbol of the rogue trader's power, which now belongs to you. Alright, who do I talk to? You? Your lordship? Clementia looks away from her data slate. I hope your stay on Dargonis will be beneficial to your physical and mental state. I understand that the heir to a protectorate must have his hands full, but one shouldn't forget about rest. What about the meeting with the navigators of House Orsellio? Clementia immediately focuses on the data slate in her hands. Allow me to report the esteemed navigators of House Orsellio have taken residence in the guest estate and await a meeting with you. How would you like to receive them? A meeting Oh, with the navigators, it's just a formality. No need for any extravagant receptions. Understood, your lordship. Clementia promptly makes a note on her data slate. Would you like to hold this meeting shortly? Yeah, let's do this, Cassia. Then I'll have some messengers sent to retrieve the esteemed guests. We might as well get this done at least. This isn't what I planned on doing, but it is what we are going to be doing, apparently. Wow, they are very... I kind of wish I could take a look at how long this column is. Regent... Oh, it went away really quickly. Okay, never mind. I'm going to say it says, Regent something, welcome to our palace. Something along those lines, probably. That was a very quick transition. I didn't even get to say a couple words. Alright, well, whatever. It's all good. Maybe we can read it from the log in a second here. Possibly. Or not. The esteemed representatives of the Navis nobility have arrived at the rogue trader's court at the regent of the great house Orsellio, Aronto Orsellio. Good old A.A. Ronto. His companions, I'm not going to read all those names. Lysaria, Lesosimon, Alexandrina, Alina, Heteria, and Danix. I just read all the first names. They're all Orsellios, so. A tall, wizened old man proudly stares at you with milky, unblinking eyes. Loose skin sways with his every move as if the navigator's flesh has detached from his bones. An unsightly hole mars the regent's face where his nose should be, and the old man's skull is covered with spiky growths. Rogue trader, the regent's sagging lips twist in a condescending sneer. We hope the Von Valencia's protectorate finds its bearings soon and you astound us with functions every bit as grand as those of your peers. And yet, this is not why we are here. Our grace is obliged to note how much the rogue trader has done for House Orsellio by protecting its beloved child. We waited for many turns to behold her radiant visage. The regent shifts his unblinking gaze to Cassia. Come now, child, there's much we need to discuss. She steps forward, but then stops and looks at us. As long as the Lady Navigator remains under my protection, I will speak on her behalf. The regent pensively scratches his scant beard with webbed fingers. I suppose we can tolerate that. After all, it was you who rescued the child, and if so, tell us, what exactly happened on Uruk 5? The station was full of madmen. I butchered everyone who dared threaten my life. Regent Aranto nods slowly. In that case, House Orsellio is deeply indebted to the rogue trader, and we are willing to reciprocate with such a magnanimous gesture. We trust that a treaty of friendship and alliance underpinned by the transfer of several artifacts of exceeding rarity will suffice. Now come, child, it's time we departed for your new home so that we may finish what we started. He stretches out his withered hand, covered with translucent, leathery membranes, towards Cassia. Cassia, I would be honored if you decided to stay. Unthinkable.
Don't shoot! House Orsellio was not involved in the attack!
Down with Tisiphone's tyranny! Kill the girl!
Wow. What a twist.
You don't mind dying, do you?
Cassia apparently didn't take any damage, despite getting hit by a chainsword. Alright, Jay, go to cover. Abelard, you can just go straight up here-ish. Man, those Navis bodyguards have a lot of life, like a shocking amount of life. That said, there's only one navigator against several psychers, so I'm going to use Cassia first to start blowing people. What's the turn order looking like here? Not great for us, honestly. Pretty bad. Where's our main character? Oh, I'm at my throne. That actually kind of makes sense. Okay. Where's Pascal? He's over there. Go over there instead. Actually, you're like last on... Oh, no, you're not. You're okay. Okay. Let's do this thing. If I move you here... How many people are going to hit? Not very many. If I move you... here... Even worse. Okay, what if I move you here? Nope. That's bad too. What if I move you just like right out in the open? Still not super good for line of sight, honestly. Okay, what if I go to this side? Ah. I have to go out here. This is a suicide, but at least we can actually hit some things. Cassie will be fine. Or die. We can go either way. Actually, before we do that again, let's see if we can't move. Wait, is she not even part of this fight? There we go, that's a lot better.
No. These ruby flashes
Give her
are
dodge so that
choking me.
maybe she won't die. And we'll put like a front line over there. They took some pretty hefty damage. Alright. So she's gonna move and run over there. She hit Abelard really hard. Okay, it's Adira's turn. Adira's gonna run to the dodge area, because that seems like a good idea. Where's our main character? He's there. I want to give him some resolve as well. I think we can hit most of the people we want to.
Was that you? Or
40 damage to each is pretty okay. No one really needs to. I guess, can we heal Abelard? No, it's too far away. I think I'm gonna be fine there with that. That one's moving. Throwing a grenade? A stun grenade. Okay, Pascal's got a pretty decent shot here. So if we just move up here and then melt all of them. It didn't quite kill all of them, but did some pretty good damage.
follow my lead.
Oh no, Jay. That actually hurt quite a lot.
I must not falter.
Maybe our war... Oh, I choked on something there. Maybe our warns will actually do some damage, and they are. Good job. Let's move Jay right up, ignoring that guy for now. Let's just shoot through these guys. And miss most of them. That's fine. We almost killed a couple. I guess just finish that guy off, maybe. That was actually not a good chance to hit, but it did work out. Shockingly okay. Abelard, I'm gonna get you to charge, so that we can actually get you into melee before you die. Good hit. Alright, good enough. Let's just give him a whole turn. I'm only gonna use... Oh, he's got... Yeah, let's give him Endure, because I just want him to have Endure. And then he's just gonna smash her to pieces, hopefully.
Indeed.
I guess we could do Sworn Enemy. We should have done that first. That's better. Almost killed her. And she has done her turn.
Vigilant.
There's a warden doing something. Finished off one person. Good. And it's Abelard's turn again.
It will be done.
Let's finish off the Lady Navigator. Or not. You know what? Fair enough. And our main character finally has a turn, but there's nobody left alive for him to even worry about. So that's kind of pointless.
Already done.
I guess he can blow up the Navigator just for... Nope. Can't. Not in line of sight. In fact, nobody's in line of sight. Is Abelard even in line of sight? Jay is, I guess, technically. Alright, Jay. Fell on you. 42% chance to hit. Here we go. Okay, do better.
Don't get too cocky. Going somewhere.
There we go. And And can't do much. Next turn, Cassia's turn. Just blow these guys up. Should be done right now.
How dare you?
Oh, there's one. Oh, wait, there's a guy behind. I forgot about him. Oh, she was stunned.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Okay, well, let's just shoot him in the face, and then I guess I could have used our main character to kill him. I didn't remember there was a guy behind us, so that was my fault. Let's call the bold, shoot him. Missed.
Follow my lead.
He does have like a bolter, or like a bolt gun or something. Actually hits quite hard.
Weather the storm.
Our wardens are actually doing a fair amount of damage this time. Probably gonna have to reload my gun. That was pretty solid. Okay, that's done.
My faith strengthens me.
Warden is almost shooting Pascal. Abelard, it's fine. You don't have to deal with it. I'll finish this off. It's fine. Let's do a big attack. Exploded. A gloomy premonition clouds the mind. We have to listen to Alina. Mercy. The Lady Navigator covers her face with her disfigured, scaly hands, each with an extra finger and conjoined phalangeal bones. Her clothes are covered in blood, mostly that of your servants, and several unexploded bolts are sticking out of her chestplate. Rogue traitor, whether on purpose or out of ignorance, you're harboring a monster that is cunningly pretending to be an innocent maid. Spare me, and I, Alina, Hetaria, Orsellio, will swear to tell you the whole truth about the madness that is devouring House Orsellio like a malignant tumor. Do not let the Regent deceive you with honeyed lies, lest the cursed child ruin your protectorate as well. You see rage and despair in the Lady Navigator's face, but neither is directed at you. I sentence you to death for your crimes against the Rogue Trader and Lady Navigator Cassia. Any last words? Tisiphone's heir be damned. I know that House Orsellio will cast off the tyrant's shackles someday, though not here and now. Others will come after me, and may our enemies tremble. Rogue Trader, House Orsellio humbly asks for your lenience and forgiveness. We cannot even imagine these vile rats could be scurrying among our ranks. As for them sneaking into the Rogue Trader's palace and staging an unthinkable crime, God Emperor be our witness, the accursed renegades seek to spark a feud between our houses. Allow us to offer you compensation worthy of a Rogue Trader as a gesture of friendship and an apology for any unpleasantness. You stood aside as your people, these so-called renegades attacked. How is that not treason? A ridiculous claim. In the heat of battle, your servants would not have paused to consider who was truly to blame. We would have been cut down next to the traitors if we'd so much as reached for our weapons. We are ready to tell you everything we know so this misunderstanding can be remedied as soon as possible. What do you know about Cassia's unbridled power? A special gift for a special child. She was born with it and grew up under its influence. The instability sometimes hampers her education, but we learn to prevent most outbursts. As long as the child remains calm and remains in seclusion, the powers cannot take hold of her mind. Why are people trying to kill Lady Cassia? Everyone in the house knows the child is the keeper of the one true Starway Atlas, which once belonged to our great Novator Tisiphone. Tisiphone? Orsellio. The ungrateful wretches secretly hated her grace, and when Tisiphone abdicated her responsibilities to set off parts unknown, they staged a revolt to destroy her successor. Tell me more about the renegades. They are madmen who seek to destroy the centuries-old traditions of our great house, so carefully nurtured by the previous Novator, Tisiphone Orsellio. They deem the century of her rule as a tyranny, and our most sacred relic a curse that must be destroyed. Fools! If the Atlas were to be destroyed, the whole of House Orsellio would fall into oblivion. Why do they want to destroy the house relic? They dread its power, for only a Novator can fully grasp the mysteries and harness the power of the Starway Atlas. What the renegades call a leash, we call a guiding star. Does Cassia really carry Tisiphone's Atlas? We believe it with all of our heart. The Novator spent many cycles on the world where the child was born. It said that everyone who witnessed the miracle of her birth simultaneously departed for a destination known only to the Novator. Tbonemalone gave the order and followed them soon after, leaving her precious gift, the Atlas, to Cassia and therefore marking her as her successor. Well, it looks like House Orsellio has fallen on hard times. The regent stays silent and then replies, "To call your statement false would be a lie. For many years we managed to maintain the fragile balance within our house, but then the Novator's departure shook the faith of many. The treasury is empty, the navigators are scattered, the warp routes are scrambled, and many of our allies cannot be reached, which is why it's so important to complete the child's education. It's Cassia's duty to take Tbone's place and to lead the house to prosperity, such as her great destiny. I've heard enough. We are honored to hear your thoughts on the matter." "I do not care for your pitiful compensation. House Orsellio will pay for this insolence in blood. Don't you dare. This is my house, my family. Hide behind this child and we'll protect the future of our house. Onwards, descendants of Orsellio. For the child, for Tbonemalone, our dynasty." Did we just kill Cassia? Well, we can find out. No, she's still here. She's just injured. It's fine. She's okay. Let's go talk to her and see what she has to say about the, situation. She has a minor injury. She's really not going to be happy about that. Okay, she won't talk to us here. I guess in the next video we'll do the Ascension ceremony. For now, I'm going to call it here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.